Wings of Fire, an autobiography. Abdul Jainul Abdul Kalam has come to personally represent to many of his countrymen the best aspects of Indian life. Born in 1931, the son of a little educated boat owner in Rameswaram, Tamil Nadu, he had an unparalleled career as a defense scientist, culminating in the highest civilian award of India, the Bharat Ratna. As chief of the country's defense research and development program, Kalam demonstrated the great potential for dynamism and innovation that existed in seemingly moribund research establishments. This is the story of Kalam's rise from obscurity and his personal and professional struggles, as well as the story of Agni, Prithvi, Akash, Trishula, and Nag, missiles that have become household names in India and that have raised the nation to the level of a missile power of international reckoning. At the same time as he has helped create India's awesome weaponry, Kalam has maintained the ascetic rigor of his personal life, working 18 hours a day and practicing the Veena. With characteristic modesty, Kalam ascribes the greatness of his achievement to the influence of his teachers and mentors. He describes the struggles of his boyhood and youth, bringing alive everyday life in a small town in South India, and the inspirational role of educators. He describes the role of visionary Indian scientists, such as Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, and of the creation of a coordinated network of research institutions. This is also the saga of independent India's struggle for technological self-sufficiency and defensive autonomy. Story is much about politics, domestic and international, as it is about science. Arun Tiwari worked under Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam for over a decade in the Defense Research and Development Laboratory DRDL, Hyderabad. He is currently director, Cardiovascular Technology Institute, Hyderabad, where he is pursuing Dr. Kalam's vision of developing cost-effective medical devices using indigenous defense technology. Dr. Kalam is now India's president. He was elected to India's office by a huge majority in 2002. To the memory of my parents, my mother, sea waves, golden sand, pilgrim's faith, Rameswaram Mosque Street, all merge into one, my mother. You come to me like heaven's caring arms. I remember the war days when life was challenge and toil, miles to walk, hours before sunrise, walking to take lessons from the saintly teacher near the temple. Again, miles to the Arab teaching school, climb sandy hills to railway station road, collect, distribute newspapers to Temple City citizens, few hours after sunrise, going to school. Evening, business time before study at night. All this pain of a young boy, my mother you transformed into pious strength. With kneeling and bowing 5 times, each individual creature on this beautiful planet is created by God to fulfill a particular role. Whatever I have achieved in life is through his help and an expression of his will. He showered his grace on me through some outstanding teachers and colleagues, and when I pay my tributes to these fine persons, I am merely praising his glory. All these rockets and missiles are his work through a small person called Kalam, in order to tell the several million mass of India to never feel small or helpless. Are all born with a divine fire in us. Our efforts should be to give wings to this fire and fill the world with the glow of its goodness. May God bless you. APJ Abdul Kalam. Subscribe my channel Job BD19 for more education update.